Mr. Elon Musk's father. And Errol Musk joins us now. Errol, thank you for taking out the time. Welcome to the programme. You must be a very proud dad.
Well, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Well, you know, I've always been a proud dad. I'm not suddenly a proud dad, but yeah, I'm proud.
Well, to have a son who is the wealthiest man in the world, I mean, must be something pretty special.
Well, I don't see it like that. I see that he's done well, you know.
But he's a genius, isn't he? I mean, he's actually taken over from NASA. He's got rockets landing in reverse. It looks like the films in reverse. He's making self-drive. How is he such a genius? Does it come from you? Is it bringing it? Is it genetic? Is it environmental?
Yeah.
Or is he just one of those people?
Yes, it's the only viable space facility, launch facility in the world. Really viable.
It was a big rocket launch today. Did you watch it?
Yes.
How did you feel?
Yes. Well, you know, first of all, you know, I was telling my family, you have to, you know, all very happy to see this event. Nobody quite aware of the fact that this thing might just blow up on the stand, on the launch pad.
Yeah.
And you know, I kept telling everybody, you know, please hold thumbs. You know, please don't, you know, expect the worst. You won't be disappointed then.
Well, that's slightly depressing, but okay.
That's how you get forward.
Would you, if Elon got on the phone and said, "Hey, Dad, would you like a trip on my first rocket?" What would you say?
Don't do it.
Shut up.
I tell you, I'd go on the 4th or 5th rocket.
Exactly.
Maybe on the 4th or 5th.
When it starts definitely working. Yeah.
You've got another son as well, haven't you? How's he doing? Is he another genius?
Very well.
What does he do?
Yes, he's doing very well. My other son is into the food business and whole foods, nutrients, and such like. He's very big, very big in that. And yeah, so he's equally successful.
I'm told that he's worth about 700 million, so he's quite a long way behind, but not bad. I mean, 700.
He's his poor brother, isn't he, though, compared to Elon? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think he, depending on the share price of Tesla and so on, I think he goes up and down billion and 800 million. And
did you have any shares in? Do you have any Tesla shares?
I should think so.
Right?
Do you have any shares in Tesla?
I have the shares that belong to my son in Tesla.
Yeah,
but they're his shares.
No. Well, listen, he's you know.
Yeah, if it's your son's, it's yours. Are you a genius? Were you an inventor or in your youth?
Well, yeah, I did build rockets as a child, and I was more technical than other kids, I suppose.
You're quite famous yourself in South Africa, aren't you? I've heard.
As a pilot and sailor.
Yes, I'm pretty well known, and I was well known in my field, you know, in electrical mechanical engineering.
Do you get upset when people want to talk to you about Elon? Does it sort of, like a son might get really upset if everybody wants to talk to him about his dad?
Like Stanley Johnson doesn't like Boris Johnson, talking about Boris Johnson.
No, I think my children, all of them, are concerned about being spoken about, and, you know, so they say, you know, generally, please don't say anything because it might be misconstrued and all that sort of thing, you know.
Yeah. I believe they're making a movie about Elon.
Yes.
Will you be in it? Yeah. How do you feel about it?
Who's going to play you?
Well, you know, first let me say that I've been a single man for many years, and I've never met a divorced woman who hasn't told me that her husband or ex-husband treated her very badly. And so I have the situation now that my ex-wife, Elon's mother, has written in books and things that I did all sorts of bad things to her, which are not true at all.
Well, they said, didn't they, in the book that you had an affair with your stepdaughter, I think.
No, that's. I had a relationship with a girl that was my stepdaughter many years ago. I met her as an adult woman at 30, and we, you know, had a
was Elon cross about that?
No, he never said anything to me about it. Never discussed it.
Who's your favourite son out of the two? Is it obviously the richest? Is it the richest son that's your favourite?
No.
Why?
I think Al Pacino should play you. Actually,
hang on. I'm getting slightly. Harrison Ford would be good. I'm getting slightly confused. So you fathered two children with your once stepdaughter.
Yeah.
But that's not Elon and his brother, is it?
No.
Now, how are they doing then?
Elon's got loads of kids, hasn't he?
Yes, well, I mean, Elon's really broken the mold. I mean, he's got about 11 children.
Yeah, we can afford it.
And is the names like X and RS Turbo and stuff like that?
Well, that's because of the one mother was very keen on those type of names, but the other children are all, have regular names.
Like Terry.
But Grimes, or Claire,
Oh, that's it, right.
she's a little bit, she's very avant-garde, very
out
modern.
there. They are, aren't they, these?
Yeah, she wants to use those sort of names. I don't think Elon particularly minds.
He's a pro-nativist. He's worried about underpopulation, Elon, isn't he? That's what he says the big problem is going to be in the future.
I mean, if you've got billions, it doesn't matter how many children you have, does it?
Just keep going, can't he? Like
what I wanted to find out before we come to the end of this, though, is a relationship you have with those two other stepchildren, daughters, Jenna and Elon, I think. Elon was upset. No, Jenna. And what is your other daughter called?
Rushy.
Right.
Rush.
Do they have a relationship with you still? Do they have a relationship with Elon?
Oh, yes. Very big relationship with me, obviously. They're very small, 6 years, 4 years.
Do you have a relationship with Elon? Do you speak to him every now and then?
Well, I'm having supper with him shortly.
Oh, good. Right. Give him our best wishes. Say we think he's great.
That's good.
I will. Thank you.
Were you surprised when he bought Twitter? Were you shocked? Because everyone was a bit stunned by that, bit left field.
Well, Twitter is a very big issue for us at the moment, for this family, and we just want to make it a success somehow.
Yeah, well, I think it's good. He's getting more freedom of speech. He's brought Trump back. He's brought a lot of people who were banned. And
I think it's doing really well. I quite like the X now. I didn't like it at the beginning. I like it now.
Why has he changed the name? I mean, people still call it...
Well, he bought the name X.com about 20 years ago, and he wanted to make use of it for a bank, the name of a bank. And all these years he's kept it. It's one of the 2 single-letter domains that you can own, and he has finally found a use for X.
He wants an app that does everything, basically, doesn't he? Called X.
Well, X just means you can type X on your computer or your phone, and it will take you straight to the site.
Yeah.
You don't have to remember any names, you just have to remember X.
Why do you think, sorry to butt in, but why do you think he's in lots of trouble at the moment with some of the big advertisers because they're accusing him of being anti-Semitic, I think? Why?
Well, I mean, that's absolute nonsense. I mean, this absolute nonsense. I mean, my great-grandfather was Jewish, for a start. So I don't understand where this comes from. I have no idea. I know that Elon said in an interview that if the Israelis go in and for every Arab child or Palestinian child rather that they, kill, they're going to create an entire family of Hamas members in exchange.
Well, Hamas are already doing that by indoctrinating them from the age of 5 in school.
I wouldn't call that rocket science. I'd call that logic.
They're indoctrinated anyway.
It's a point of view, and we're getting so upset about people having their points of view that now they're getting violent on the streets of countries all over this planet.
Well, yes.
Finally, go on.
It's wrong. I mean, look, I think that what's going on there is not going to end peacefully if each side keeps on killing one another.
Well, I hope it does.
Good job we didn't think that in World War II.
Finally, the proper question: where are you going for dinner tonight, and what are you going to have?
I don't know. That's up to Elon.
What do you have normally? What, eggs, chips,
curry,
black pudding,
Thai?
Yeah, we like every food. Yeah. No, Elon right now is sleeping at the Starbase. He's been up all night.
He always is. Yeah.
So we're going there later, and then we'll probably find. I never query where we go to these days. I just say yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
And he pays. So
really good. Yeah. And my son Kimmel is here as well. So Kimmel is a cordon bleu chef. So we'll probably go somewhere good.
Nice.
Well, have a lovely evening. Tell him we're big fans, and if he's at a loose end one evening, we'd love to get him on the show. And it's also really nice and very positive that you've reconnected with him after a few years, isn't it?
Well, I've never disconnected with them, you know.
Well, that's
so
even better then.
Sorry?
That's even better.
I don't know where all this comes from.
We're out of time.
Listen, we've got to go, but thank you very much
Errol.
indeed. Very good.